Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Beats and Chill Podcast. It's episode 79. And we're here. I'm your host, Hometown, along with my co-hosts and friends, DJ Raw the Fool and Jazz. How you guys doing today?
Good. What's up?
I'm doing all right, man. Doing all right. It was a very, I feel like it was a very eventful. It was a lot of weird things going on this week. Some was eventful. Some was kind of like, we should be nervous as a nation, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
But also, it's a lot of like funny shit too. So, where you want to start? Let's start with our new music report news from fucking Jazz fucking Renee.
Yay. I'm glad I got my own segment now. So, the first album I listened to today was Conway, God Don't Make Mistakes.
Okay.
It was kind of mid. Yeah, it was kind of mid. I mean, it's got some good features on there, but it's like nothing exciting to me. Yeah, it's like Conway being the machine.
Yeah.
Conway being the machine. That makes total sense.
Jill Scott's on there. She kind of rapping, which I thought was pretty cool.
Oh, right?
Yeah, that's why I was like, okay, Jill.
I saw Twitter showing a little bit of love, talking about the album. Some people said it should have been an EP.
Yeah.
How many songs?
Makes total sense. It's pretty long though.
Yeah,
it could have been shorter. It was many times I was like, okay, he could end it right here. I was like, oh, another song. Yeah.
That's never a good album.
There one song I did like on there a lot was Stress. I think it's featuring Wallow, but he's like talking on it. Mm-hmm. That was pretty much, and the one with Jill Scott. But those are the ones that really stuck out to me.
Okay.
So I mean, you can pull up on it if you want to, but
God Don't Make Mistakes.
If they're a Griselda fan, you think they're gonna enjoy it, or?
Yeah, they will. They will. Cause it's good raps on there. But like I said, it just sounds like another project from the cloth of the Griselda
12
sound.
songs, 48 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't a bad listen. It's just, if this is your first time listening to Conway, then you'll enjoy it. And you'll see why they were like, oh yeah, he raps his ass off. Mm-hmm. But he got a bunch of features on there. Lil Wayne's on there, I think.
Oh yeah, Lil Wayne is on there with Rick Ross. Now I like Rick Ross verse. That shit was hard. Lil Wayne did Lil Wayne, but I preferred Rick Ross over that.
Man, did anybody see Rick Ross get that new bull?
I seen him chop down a tree
and let him run free.
You home now? You home? My boy.
I seen him chop down a tree. Talking about he wasn't paying $1,000 to chop down each tree. That's what I seen.
That nigga chopped that tree down there and paid the next person to cut down the rest of the damn trees.
The next album we have is Kodak Black, Back for Everything. Mr. Super Gremlin himself.
Right.
And it was okay. I didn't really listen to the whole album. It was Kodak. I still ain't even listened to Super Gremlin yet.
He got a song called Usain Boo.
Yeah, that song was cool.
Good.
Yeah.
It was cool.
That was like the last song I ended it off with before I stopped listening to it.
Yeah, I have been hearing a lot of the locals talk about how, since he been back out, he been dropping a lot of mid. But I was actually fucking with this one, to be honest.
I like the little short album he did before this one. But I think it was like Happy Birthday Kodak. I like that one. That was cool.
I couldn't tell you. He getting into that
dropping music every second.
Like how Gucci was. Like
yeah, that's true.
And I don't know if it's a single or if it's an album,
EP, mixtape that's just on streaming services.
Yeah,
you don't know. But what is this? Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. We get caught up in that.
You looking at this Chevrolet commercial?
Skip that. Earth Gang.
Yes.
I only listen to 2-3 tracks.
This album is amazing. It's so good. Y'all was just listening to it just now with me a little bit, a little tea.
I was liking it.
Yeah, it's good.
I totally forgot it came out.
Why are you looking at me like that? Cause
I don't know, man. I feel like you're a little biased, bro.
Biased? biased because I like Earth Gang.
Yeah, you like, you know what I mean?
What?
That's like Rose saying, man, yo, this new currency, bro.
No.
I keep it 100 when the currencies are alright or whether they good. So
This album's really good.
I'm not saying it's not. The first track, opening track, it has 2 Chainz narrating, and then the second track you got Future. So
Yes.
they definitely making this Atlanta out.
Yes, it's Atlanta as hell. They still got DC Young Fly doing skits.
They got Amaretto on there.
oh, they got
No.
DC Young Fly back.
Yeah, he got 2
That's
skits
like on the
there.
royalty joint. When he was narrating. Okay.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
He
He was
got
acting like an Uber
Jid,
driver.
J. Cole, Music Soul Child, Nick Cannon, and CeeLo.
I
was
seen that on the
there.
track list and I was like, okay.
That sounds actually good too.
I did see somebody tweet about that was a cool
It was.
CeeLo verse.
It really was.
The greatest
he was
CeeLo verse.
rapping?
Yeah.
The greatest CeeLo verse I ever heard was In the Wind.
What?
That's the
Do you
greatest
listen to
CeeLo verse.
Do you ever listen to CeeLo?
Not like that, but that's the best verse I ever heard him on.
I guess I'll just take that. I listen to CeeLo.
Show me another verse and I'll listen.
I got an album for you, okay?
Give me a verse, my nigga. I'm telling you, that In the Wind
Give me a
verse, go
verse.
on some Florida shit. You know what I mean?
It do.
Because
I
you be
do.
K-Wayne
Got
into
to
that
let the sunshine in. That song is good, but
That song is a classic.
the Ghetto Gods album is a fucking amazing, and you're wasting your time if you haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, you should go listen to that. Earth Gang has definitely been consistent with a lot of their music.
Yeah,
and
it's
their
a great
efforts
follow
in
up from Mirrorland.
pushing creativity. So definitely give it a listen. You know?
I like that album cover too, where it looked like them but younger, and they look like little gods.
Okay,
You see their eyes, different colors
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
check that out, man.
Donda.
2 is not out actually.
It's on Stem Player.
It's on STEM Play, but it's not officially out for real.
For real.
How long you think they're gonna be pushing the stem player until
Till it's sold out.
it's available to buy on Apple Music or something like that?
Maybe, I don't know. I know he said he didn't want to put it up for streaming.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You can not putting something up for streaming, but you can make it available for purchase
Right.
for your Apple Music.
Would you go buy it if it's in stores? Like the album itself?
I'll
Probably.
go cop.
Probably.
What's
maybe.
the
I
art
need to
cover
listen
for
to
it?
it first.
It's just black. It's just all black.
Oh.
But then again, I don't know if they got like separate art cover for this. But then again, I don't know. Donda was all black.
Yeah, no. That's
So-
what I was like. I didn't recall seeing a cover art for
He
this.
did post like the house, old house he had on fire.
The house is burning.
Yeah, what's the significance behind that? The house being on fire.
I don't know. I have no idea.
The house is burning, duh.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's
I don't
not the album. That's what I was thinking. I thought about like that's
I knew that there was
House is
something.
burning.
There was something in regards to the first Donda where he did like it was basically like a play he did where he
Yeah.
was on fire and stuff. That was like symbolic to like a story in the Bible, but I don't know what
Donda 2.
the Donda 2 is about. I don't even know. Somebody asked, is Donda 2 a Christian album? Because Donda is supposed to be a Christian album.
Is it supposed
there's so
to?
much confusion I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Donda 2, I don't know. They had the stream. Rolling Loud was a part of that. They did it in Miami. The second part of that was bad because of the
Audio.
audio. I'm pretty sure that whole sound team got fired.
Shit. I seen tweets about it.
Somebody
I was
got
like,
fired
oh,
and
Lord.
sued, goddamn.
It was bad, man.
I'm surprised Kanye ain't yell at them. He probably did.
But I do like the stem player. The stem player is a lot more genius and advanced than what I thought it was.
It does look pretty cool. I want one for Christmas.
So
Or my
basically,
birthday.
go to my DJ here. So basically, the stem player, it takes you can upload music into it, right? And the technology that it has, and for all the people that be listening to this, correct me if I'm wrong. You can upload music into it, and what it does is the technology, it recognizes it separates vocals and parts of the beat
Yeah.
by identifying certain frequencies.
Okay.
So it strips that in any song that you upload into it, and then you can play with the stem player. Allows you to like play with the vocals, like isolate the vocals or isolate certain parts of the beat. Loop it, this, that, and the third. So
You can only do that for one song each, or can you mix
So
them?
every song
for any song that you upload into it, you can do that with. Yeah. So
That's pretty.
That's
neat.
pretty fucking
Yeah, that's cool
cool.
as fuck.
That's
I
like,
want
to me,
one.
the first thing I thought about is like the money making opportunity for you to make songs stem player playable. You know what I'm saying? So you can make sure that every track that you upload, they can, or you can download it from somewhere, and then when you upload it to the stem player, make sure like everything is isolated so that you can basically fuck with it on the stem player.
Yeah.
So you can have like a regular one on streaming, but then you can sell the stem player version. That would be
That's
that's
cool.
like a money
2022
grab like a bitch.
AirPod, not AirPod, but what's the Apple little small
iPod.
iPod? Yeah, it's like
Damn,
a
it's crazy.
2022
Forgot all
iPod.
about the
I
iPod.
know, right? Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And it's
cool
going for
as fuck.
$200 right now
That's not a bad price to be doing all of that.
for that type of technology. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, it
Period.
really ain't.
Yeah, so
If you like a producer, that's like gold. right
Hell
there.
yeah.
some people gonna. I'm pretty sure some people gonna start doing like sets, like performance.
I'm
sets
sure
with that
somebody beats a chill is gonna come with a stem player.
shit. Right.
We
That would
should
be
just
cool
have a
as
stem
fuck.
player event.
Stem
I mean,
player.
that'd be
event.
kind of difficult.
Why?
You know anybody got one?
I know. But
Jordan got one. Jordan actually got one.
of course,
Look at that.
Of course, the producer extraordinaire.
He
has
bought
one.
it. He bought it on the first release.
Well,
That's
we should, put the beacon out there, see who got one, and throw a fucking stem player event.
That would be dope as hell.
Yeah. More music. Locally, my boy Gats put out a single from his upcoming project with Jordan Patrick.
Castaway.
Song called Castaway. Check it out.
And Castaway is nice.
Yeah,
I like
it
it.
is.
Yeah. Yeah, I also posted some joints on the Instagram, so y'all
I
gonna
seen
check
that
out.
and listened to them.
Yeah,
They
man.
were good.
That's what I listen to.
Oh! So when I
Motherfucker.
asked you,
That's what I listen to. That boy tight.
he mad because he ain't listening to nothing. And I was pressing him about listening to stuff.
Nah, I listen to other stuff, man. You know what I mean?
All right, okay,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
So we're gonna get into these hot topics.
we can get into it. So as it's written on the board, it says having sex with label mate, comma artist, comma coworker,
Why
etc.
you gotta put the commas?
'Cause
You
I-
said this. He put this in the group chat. He's like,
That's
this the
how it's
topic.
written on the board, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen.
The reason why it's written on the board is
What's up with
because
this nigga, man? You alright?
the reason why it's written like that on the board, ladies and gentlemen, is because we thought about the conversation that was had between Kodak Black and the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
He was talking about Kodak Black mentioned basically that if he was to sign a female artist, that basically he would have to have sex with them.
No, you gotta say it like I got a bus.
Yeah.
I don't-
I got busting.
I don't want to say it like him. That nigga sounded aggressive. I got busted.
I got a bus. And I was like, when I heard it, I'm like, I'm from Florida, so I know what he means. But do you mean to say that?
Yeah. So for those who aren't from Florida that's listening to this podcast right now, he's talking about having sex with him.
Yeah.
And it's a grown man, he can do what he wants. No, it's nothing against the rules of having sex with your coworkers or even those you employ, I suppose, right?
Each one of
There's
them,
not.
each female that come through the door, you
But
got
it's
to.
bad business. I mean, for what it's worth,
You gotta ask Kodak that question. I don't know.
for what it's worth, Breakfast Club completely opposed everything he said.
Yeah.
I mean, Charlamagne,
For sure.
Yeah,
Angelique,
like,
they
no.
was like, yeah,
No, don't do
you
that.
can't really do that.
No,
You know what I'm
it's-
saying? You shouldn't. Not even you can't really do that, but you shouldn't do that.
He was like he trying to get in their mind and shit. I was like, no,
Yeah.
Kodak, you don't need to be manipulating your artists like that,
Yeah,
especially
that-
not the women.
I was listening to that. I was uncomfortable watching that shit on the laptop. I was like,
Yeah, I paused it. I was like, cringe. Okay,
Yeah.
But then again, he did rub his mama booty, so
cringe.
But it also made sense of that when he was at the hockey game. And
Yeah, with that girl.
he was
oh
kinda,
yeah, and they was like, that's his artist. And I was like, so he fucking her? And then I guess he is.
Hell,
yeah,
I already
man.
did.
So for all my female artists out there who are rapping and in Florida and are fans of Kodak and would love to sign with Kodak, don't get discouraged. You know what I mean? Don't feel like you gotta have sex with these guys to be signed to them,
Hell no.
because you don't,
Hell no.
I mean,
unless you want to be signed to Kodak's label.
Hell no.
You do,
No.
and
Hell no.
cut it out, because I'm pretty sure
what you saw?
Don't
You
even.
about to put on blast?
I ain't gonna do nothing. I ain't gonna do nothing.
Feel like
You about to put
don't.
on blast?
I ain't about to put
even.
nobody on blast. I ain't about to put
Don't.
nobody
Niggas
on blast.
about to be like, so So Jazz, if you rap,
if
you about to sound Kodak?
if you was hippity hoppity out here,
If I was hippity hoppity,
if you was hippity hoppity out here, and somebody that you are, I don't know, attracted to who does music decides to want to put a label together and say, hey, I think you're dope, but in order to sign to this label,
hell no.
I need to know how he approaches that situation.
them chillins got to be on the line, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you be like, all right, man, you look good. I like your music. So, when we having sex, like, how do you
propose?
that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They probably a lot player than that. They probably take her out dinner and stuff like that, and
Make her feel
And then,
good.
like, it'd be like, I know she be like, when we gonna sign the paperwork? He like, yeah, but
you probably spending all that bread. You know how? I mean, hell, male artists. I mean, not for nothing. I mean, we don't know shit. We don't know shit at all. But I would assume that male artists are having sex with motherfuckers when they get signed too. So
this is very true.
you know what I mean?
Niggas be getting squeezed on and not saying that.
Yeah, they got taking them dinner dates and going to parties with these label execs and other people who work for these label execs, and so it's a weird, messy business.
It is.
So drugs and sex and all that stuff is always
on the line.
Yeah. But I mean, hey man, now it's just that I just hate that. I wish he didn't vocalize that. You know what I mean? If them girls gonna have sex with you, let that be their business. You know what I mean? Now it's like any girl that he put out, we already gotta be like, well, she don't let that man bust up her fucking back. You know what I mean?
He said some other crazy shit too, talking about if he have a girl, he just gonna be the girl baby daddy, but if he have a boy, he'll be her boyfriend. I was like, this nigga.
I had that. Yeah. After a while, now, he just talking.
He just talking.
He just saying whatever.
Yeah.
I see somebody say Future somewhere giggling to himself.
Because once he said, I think, Charlamagne was like, man, you gotta grow up, Kodak. He goes, yeah, I'm gonna grow up when the album come out. Mm-hmm. And then he goes, the album come out Friday. He goes, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. This nigga's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I ain't know what to expect or what to believe, should I say, with what he was saying. So,
hey man, them true Florida niggas, when they got that bread on them, and they know they kind of like damn near at the legend tier.
Oh yeah, look at AB.
What you gonna say?
Look at AB. AB be doing the same shit.
You know what I mean? Hey man, but look, thoughts and prayers to the whole
women
Kodak situation, man. You got shit going on with his. He got this whole situation with his partner.
Thoughts and prayers to all the female artists he be trying to have sex with. That's really.
That's just wow. I couldn't even. Kodak ain't even cute.
Girl, when did that ever matter?
Ugh. Jesus.
Yeah, money
do be talking.
Yeah, some of the best rappers, usually the best rappers, is ugly as hell.
They don't really be talking that much though.
That's funny.
Man, look, there's a lot of ugly niggas out here. Somebody throwing in his ass
too.
He did.
He got a fade.
Boosty fade.
Yeah, he do got a boosty fade.
I miss how he was when he first came out. He was just real like, you thought he was gonna be on like some Malcolm X shit when he came out when he was in Tampa. Remember that?
Yeah.
It's like, damn, man, Kodak done turned. He a whole fucking Muslim right now. This motherfucker just. I don't want to talk to nobody. I ain't on that bullshit. Yeah. And he went right back to it. Well,
never know what a nigga be going through behind closed doors. Man.
Popping a perk.
All we see is
even if you knew it was
what
fake.
they let us see. So
yeah,
it is what that is. But I hope he's straight. You know what I'm saying? He really talked about and addressed the situation when he was locked up.
Yeah,
and they was treating that nigga like a prisoner of war.
Yeah,
they had him like tied down to the bed, stretched out like in some fucking position where his legs were stretched out and his arm was stretched out. So he was just basically laying down like this. Couldn't use the bathroom. He was like fucking shitting and pissing on himself and shit.
Damn.
Yeah, it was bad. So I'm like, damn.
Hey man, Mr. 45 got him out of there. So
yeah, and that boy doubled down. He's like, hey man, I fuck with Trump.
I mean, I would say the same shit.
I feel that.
What's the one video of the dude in Walmart when the dude was playing a prank on him and they gave him $20 and he's like, man, thank you, fuck nigga. Appreciate it, fuck nigga.
I have not seen
I've never seen that, but that's funny.
But yeah,
so I'm glad he out or whatever. It looked like people just like the CEOs and shit like that was really trying to take advantage of the fact that we got a rapper in here, so we finna fuck with him, make him feel like shit or whatever. So I'm pretty sure that Trump pardon
What a boring job.
surprised everybody.
What a
That was
boring
like
job
a-
to be a fucking correctional officer and you just I know these criminals in here ain't exciting enough to enforce some bullshit. Man,
Bored.
How sick you gotta be to do that? That's my thing. Like, how
Sick.
sick you gotta be? How trash is your life that you gotta sit here and fucking literally fuck with and torture people like Sid from Toy Story?
yeah.
know what I'm
Imagine
saying?
the ones that be in the female prisons. That shit.
Poor
I don't
women.
even want to think about that, man.
Right.
That should be.
That's
on
that
the-
idle hands. They ain't got shit to do but watch niggas.
Yeah.
Cause shoot, some of the female CEOs be in there giving it to the niggas in the male prison. I'm like, yo,
That's true.
what's going on? So I know that should be rampant over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's change subject, man. Hey, you ain't pay this nigga that asked him to pay his tuition?
But do
Yeah.
we need to though? Oh, does he have to? Now this on
finished
record?
School. He done with school.
Does he
and
have to though?
everything.
Because
I
he
mean,
said it.
He definitely doesn't have to. He just
That's
said he
true.
would. You know
But
what
if somebody say it on record, can you hold him accountable for that?
Man of your word or not?
I mean, unless he gonna take this man to court.
I'm saying, could you take somebody to court if they said it on record?
Oh,
Like if you got a phone and you record them, and they say, "Hey
I
man,
don't know. Any lawyers listening to this podcast
Let us know.
right now? Let us know. In
I'm
the
sure it's
comments.
probably like a loophole in that though. If a
Right.
lawyer really was going to take up a case on that, they'd figure it out.
yeah."
Probably say he doctored the audio or some shit like that.
Uzi's probably thought to himself,
A prank?
"I can't pay for that. I really can't pay for that."
I thought he did.
I swore
seen
he
a
did it, like,
video
up
where the
front,
dude
did
was like,
that.
oh, the dude that did whatever.
Right.
Uzi said he graduated, but I guess they were just saying he graduated. He didn't pay.
Yeah.
I swear he said that he got the bread.
Me too, but
And how long ago was this?
this is years ago. Probably like
I'm saying, what if he
3,
what if he
4?
paid for regular graduation? Like he got his 4-year degree, but he got his bachelor's, but he trying to get that graduates. He's like, nah, I said bachelor's, my boy. You over there trying to
Either way, he still ain't paid.
It was definitely before his last album.
Yeah. Hey man,
He said he spent all that money on.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. I don't think
JT.
that kid was black, so I mean, I don't care if
He
he
wasn't. He
wasn't.
was like a
Yeah.
Indian or Middle Eastern kid.
And I ain't got nothing against Middle Eastern people.
However,
However, I don't care if he don't get his shit paid. If it was a black girl or black boy, I'll probably be like, come on, Uzi. Do right by us.
I'm like, come on, regardless. If you said you were gonna do it, just do
fuck
it.
be a
that.
man of your word. Just be a
Nah,
man of
fuck
your
that.
word. It's on camera.
So you saying you
Everybody's seen you
So
said
you
it.
saying a nigga can lie to every other race except black people?
Nah, I just want to help black people. I can't help black people.
So how you trying to spin it?
What if he
You
part
just start
black?
spinning.
What if he like 80% black and like
80%. Why we gotta do percentages? Are you black or not?
damn?
That is true. Them crackers did say just a drop of blood will turn you.
Oh God.
Not a drop of blood.
Man, that's how they be acting. Like, all right, cool.
Just a drop of blood.
Just a drop of blood.
Like them lip fillers. Them lip fillers is getting on my nerves. I just had to acknowledge that.
Lip fillers.
You ain't seen. It's like a drop of blood. You know, black people, we got big lips, so it's just like, you know, it's like lip fillers. They try to be black.
What?
That's where I went
What
to.
a turn of events.
Yeah, the lip fillers have been getting to me. I'm sorry.
It's podcast content.
All right.
We need it.
Lose if you're watching this, man. Don't feel bad about not paying that fucking. That's your money. Fuck it. He'll be fine. He's educated. Have him figure it out.
It's your money. Use it
Pretty
when
sure
you need
Saturday
it.
will be knocking at his door in 6 months. Or Navient, if they try to change the name.
Right?
You think you're gonna take him to court? I could see that happening.
If he take him to court, I was like, man, you doing too much.
Yeah.
You know, you asked the man, he said, yeah, nobody's obligated to do anything. It was a nice gesture if he do, but if he don't, all right, that's that.
Fuck around, buy a chain. And put a diploma charm on that motherfucker.
Not diploma.
Like that one they used to give you in your wallet back in the day.
Yeah. Hey, rest in peace to Snooty Wild. I'm not sure how he passed.
He got shot.
Got shot.
Allegedly.
Got shot. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if it was just like on some crazy shit. I don't know the story. Kind of don't even want to know, man. I feel like almost every episode we got somebody that RIP
or got shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Hey, man.
being a rapper dangerous, man.
Niggas don't fight no more either.
Yeah, niggas been stop fighting. Tell you that right now. And if they do, it ain't. They fighting to the death.
Hell yeah.
They do is in the backyard for niggas is betting.
Right. We're gonna get into this Ukraine and Russia, or this Biden. Biden, you know, he got to sign in to work now.
For real.
That boy got to sign in to fucking work.
When they talk about him and Kamala be walking everywhere. They walk y'all ass into the old office.
Yeah, it went from we did it to we need to do it, Joe. We need to do it
right now.
Yeah, man.
That shit is crazy what's happening. You couldn't have told me he was going to have a war. I wouldn't have believed it.
Like, everything he was doing is insinuating, I'm about to invade y'all. But he just kept saying no. That's like the wild part. He's like, oh, you mobilizing people along the border. Is anything going to happen? Are you trying to invade? No. And now he's like, yeah, we doing this. Anybody try to get into it, we got some smoke for y'all niggas too. In so many words. And I was like, well,
you believe him?
Yeah, I mean, if he went this far, you know, went this far, I'm like, yo, why would he hold back?
I don't believe him.
All I know is, man, them Russian niggas got nukes, boy.
Yeah.
Them the only niggas that we go against when it's time to like go in space. Like, it's either us or Russia.
Yeah.
But do you think they nukes is like
good nukes? What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, like some shit like.
They got them good nukes.
Who was that shot? Didn't somebody from Russia shoot a missile one time?
I think that was North Korea.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? But like North Korea, they was about that action too. But
they
then,
got them good nukes.
But they ain't got no good shit. That shit couldn't even make it over. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how we know they got the good shit?
Shits can go wherever. Per what I've heard, they shits can go wherever they need to go in the world. I mean, they sending shit to space. Just fucking shoot some shit across the water.
That's true.
So I don't know, man. This sucks.
It
sucks
really
that,
does.
You know, a fucking war is breaking out.
The civilians. I mean, hell, it's like they got to deal with it a little bit more because it's like it's never on our turf. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit just crazy when you watch the news and you hear like the sirens in the background, like those real deal sirens.
Yeah.
That's telling people to get the fuck out of Dodge, and like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what I would do or how.
It's
I
like
would
a
feel
movie. Like,
if I heard that alarm when I woke up. You know what I'm saying? That shit goes off, and it's like, anarchy.
Where do you go?
All hell has broken loose. Apparently, if you're black, you can't go on the train because they finna block your ass from getting.
Oh my God!
They blocked the Ukrainian black people from getting on the train. Now I don't know how real this is. It could just be a headline. You know what I'm saying? But racism don't take no days off. Apparently,
not
whether
at all.
there's war or not.
Hell no. I can imagine if that happened over here. Like, what would I do? Where would I go? Going to Canada?
I don't fucking. I go to my parents' house. Like, we love y'all. We gonna die together.
What's that? You seen the movie Don't Look Up?
Not yet.
You see how they were just chilling? Oh, you ain't see it.
No. You go ahead. I'm gonna watch it. Speak your mind.
Nah, it's good because she can watch it.
There's a scene at the end where like the comments actually coming, and they just chill. They like having like a Last Supper meal.
Yeah, they making.
And they just kind of like, yeah. So, we were thinking about buying some property over there or whatever, but they like knowing like you can see the shit shaking. They're like, yeah. So, I love you, man. Shit like that. So it's like that's probably what I'll be doing. I'll probably just be playing the game, acting like it's normal, bro.
Yep.
If I get.
Can't do nothing, man.
Shit.
You can't do shit, man.
You really can't do anything. I'm gonna go all out. That's what I'll do. That's my last day.
Go all out on what? What you
weed,
finna do?
drink, hit the phone lines. Just come up, pull up to the crib, please.
Everybody.
Hey, that's the perfect time nigga do cocaine.
Oh my God.
Bases don't die. There's fucking be a bunch of bases running around fucking rubble.
Where everybody?
You gonna see the Walmart sign on the floor, you gonna see a base of carrying that bitch. You like, God
Oh my goodness.
Bases don't die.
Bases don't.
Bases don't die.
Oh my goodness.
Let's talk about this. I mean, shout out to, I guess, I can't remember her name, the first black woman in Supreme Court.
We can't do that.
Nominated. I don't know her name, so can we get her name so we can?
Absolutely, I'm pulling it up.
I don't have my
now.
phone, so.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But first black woman nominated by Joe Biden.
Ketanji Brown Jackson. Excuse me, let me put some respect on it. Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson.
First black woman Supreme Court.
That's
Now you know
good.
Twitter gonna do their thing. Twitter gonna Twitter. And it was like, let me check her stat sheet before we just celebrate her.
Carfax. They definitely gonna get. They did it on Kamala.
Right?
And
Pull up the
Obama.
Carfax.
Everybody was looking at Obama like,
It's hard. You couldn't find really no dirt on Obama though.
no, which is
They
great.
Smoke
tried
a
to
little.
go, he smoked cigarettes.
Smoke a little weed. They even did that little fucking short film movie on Netflix
Yeah,
called what was it called?
Barry.
Barry. That he was, he had a little white thing back in college or some
for
shit.
real?
Michelle don't care about that.
I mean, quite honestly, all the niggas I know, they had plenty of white things in college, so that is that.
There it is.
That's true.
But I guess this will probably be the second, third, fourth time we probably talk about this. I mean, honestly, it's getting annoying.
You talking about the Who Shot Your story?
Yeah. Well, the second greatest myth in hip hop.
Meg versus Tory. Doom doom.
What really fucking happened? And honestly, I
Like-
don't care no more.
Really?
Like, why is this coming back up now?
I mean, the bullshit is there. I mean, I really want them to leave Megan alone,
Hell yeah.
but at the same time, I just want this shit to go away. Like,
It has been lingering. When did this happen?
it kind of went away because nobody was talking about it. Next thing I know, Ack going at Meg going back at Ack, and I'm just like,
did this happen in
academics again.
2020?
it's summer 2020, July 2020.
So we 2 years in.
Yeah, because it has it's going to trial, and I think it's been getting pushed back. To be honest with you guys, I do not keep up with this shit.
No.
However, I do not. I'm just tired of Megan Thee Stallion getting it dragged into like just bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she done, everything she do is public. She's a star. She's a superstar. So everything she does is in public. Whether it's a relationship, I don't even know. Well, I guess she's still with Party because Party was trying to like
Snap on Tory.
Tory about the shit, but then Tory, bruh, we already had altercation, chill out, woo, woo. Then you got fucking Academics is kind of like spilling the beans
I feel
on
like
some shit.
Academics is just instigating.
But he
What did
deleted
Academics
it.
do?
I guess he stated some shit about the case, and then he deleted it. And people were like, well, if it's true, why would you delete it? And this one was on the podcast, Van Lathan's podcast. He was like, the only reason I deleted it was because of timing. But he feels like she trying to discredit my whole thing or whatever, trying to say that I work for Tory Lanez or whatever. And he feel like she owes him an apology. And I'm just like,
Megan ain't saying sorry to his ass.
hey man, listen, it is like I said, the second greatest myth in hip hop.
The second greatest.
It gotta be, man. Like this shit, wow. This is the first time we don't know
Who shot
what
him?
happened, and these motherfuckers are still alive.
That's
Yeah.
very true.
And living life too.
Like nothing happened.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, what if it comes out that he didn't shoot this girl? I'm still not gonna fucking care.
Something happened to her foot. She got shot.
I'm still not gonna even listen to Tory like that.
Yeah, she did. post
I
that
don't
picture
listen
and
to
deleted
Tory like that.
Like he had some heaters, and I liked it.
I can't recall one song.
I liked the Chicks tape joint.
I hate how his voice was engineered on that shit. It was
But-
cool, but
Yeah, so I'm like, it's nah, bro. It ain't like you, Michael Jackson, and I'm like, you know what? He ain't do it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, nah, bro. Like, I'm good. Like, I just don't like the fact that that's like how he was before. It was like, it's not even the fact that she's just a black woman. It's a woman that's involved, and it's like there's no sensitivity towards like somebody's personal business, and got to deal with this shit every time somebody bring it up.
Yeah.
That's true. There's a lot of things
Yeah.
like that happening.
She got to deal with this shit every time somebody bring it up. Like she got to deal with the fact that I was really fucking this lame ass nigga,
Little ass nigga.
Like she got to be reminded that
This
I was
short
having
lane.
sex.
Little
with
short
this
ass, and he's short compared to
Short
her.
as a bitch.
Stupid short.
nigga. Hey man, being a celebrity, man.
Can't do it. I wouldn't want it.
No,
No.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can like avoid it. Sometimes when you're just great at what
Yeah,
you do,
can be like Daft Punk or the Gorillas.
I don't know. I don't think you
Be
can when
like
you
Bia.
black, bro. How hard? Like you know how amazing
Or
you
you
got
could
to
be
be.
like Just Blaze.
Yeah, but ain't nobody checking for just Blaze.
Anyway,
What?
checking for Just Blaze.
You get
Known,
picked.
he famous, he rich.
What's his name? Be talking. You seen what Kanye said about him? All he did was just copy what I did with the first half of Blueprint. It's like, damn,
I
boy.
can't take a nigga with so much producer credit and then just throw him under the bus like that. Like, come on, man.
Alright, man.
Yeah, like Just Blaze ain't out here working.
Did y'all watch part 2 of the Genius
I
doc?
sure
Yes,
did.
I did.
How we feeling about it, man?
I miss Donda. He need his Donda back, man. He need her. It's so sad. Like every time I see it, I'm like, damn, I wish his mom was here because she was so inspirational to him.
I said I couldn't see Donda and Kris Jenner hanging out, like the two
Hell.
grandmas. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see the two grandmas just hanging, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I can see them being cordial, but I can't. I just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I couldn't see the shit, and it's just like it's weird.
The way Pharrell reacted to Through the Wire had me so excited. I was like, yo.
It was just cool to see the clips that were in the Through the Wire video,
yeah.
see them for real. See like everything being, seeing D-Ray doing that without an arm I spit, without an arm I spit. Or seeing the like little crackhead lady in the beginning. This is Kanye West, Through the Wire. Can I get some change? Like, but seeing that all play out, seeing how they made the video, like they was
Yeah.
going to MTV after hours to like literally like get some equipment. And the thing I think about is that's like that the programs and shit they was using, like niggas got that shit on their laptop now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So the shit they was doing to get all that out, you know what I'm saying?
it just makes you feel like I should be doing a lot more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Hell
nigga said
yeah.
he spent 33 bands as a signed Rockefeller artist. One of the things I would like to hopefully people see is that even though you sign, you got a label, people like, yeah, man, you the man, you do X, Y, and Z. You gonna still have to get it out in the mud one way or another.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Yeah.
gonna give you everything.
I think my first time hearing about how it is when you get signed was from Murphy Lee when they did like behind the music or some shit with Nelly.
Yeah.
And Murphy Lee was like, man, you gotta work hard to get signed just to work harder. That's all I remember him saying. I was like in high school when he said that shit. But I remember but yeah, Kanye, like one of the things that stood out to me was he put together his own listening party for the album,
Yeah.
right? Jay-Z wasn't there, and Dame like surprised him by popping up there, right?
After he was talking shit.
But he sent like texts and emails out, and he was like, we was only expecting maybe like 30, 40 people to show up, but we got like close to 200 some people. When you think about it, that's like any nigga can do that, like
Yeah.
here, you know what I'm saying? Like we can put together 200 fucking people.
Easily.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like just to kind of see those humble beginnings of Kanye and what it was at, and what his expectations were at with people reacting to his stuff was really good to see. I thought I really liked they had the part where I like to see the confrontation, 'cause I was like, where we're gonna see confrontation with some of his peers, right? And you see the confrontation, which was like a weird. It wasn't like bad or anything, but you see where Kanye was like, man, I want to get Hype Williams to shoot Jesus
yeah.
Walks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're like, man, we've been shooting your videos, like, bro, like, man, are you sure? Like, you sure you want to mess this up? Like, he probably gonna mess it up, and then you gonna be like, man, he ain't shoot the way I want. Y'all come shoot it, this, that, and the third. And then like I'm over here watching. I'm like, did they ever put that version out?
I was thinking about that too, but I was like,
What,
I remember the Hype Williams version. They had the fire in the background, and he was da 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 da. Like I remember that version. I don't remember the version where he had the light skinned Jesus in the car walking with him. I seen clips of it.
Yeah.
I just don't remember that video like that. So
is it on YouTube now?
probably I don't fucking know. It might not all the way be on YouTube like that.
I might check.
But
Somebody then probably took Genius and spliced it up and put Jesus Walks on artificial media.
Yeah. But yeah, it was really good to see. Like for me, it was like seeing how they were going over the pacing of this album out to you seeing the fandom building. You seeing the kids at school like, oh, Kanye going to rush out of class to go see him. He's on,
106 and Paul.
On these like, he's on those like the TV shows and stuff like that, countdowns. And then they had the classic Grammy speech joint. You know what I'm saying? And it just was crazy because like that's when I first got introduced to him. I'm like, oh, okay, who's this Kanye dude? He's dope. And
Jamie Foxx in the studio.
Yeah, that was so cool. That was
didn't even know
cool.
that the reason why I didn't know that. So basically, he was signed, but wasn't getting. He didn't have. They didn't open up his budget to record his album, so he was using
other people's times and shit.
When he was selling beats and shit like that, he would use that time to also record
his
shit. So he recorded at Jamie Foxx's crib, who had his own studio, and that's where they did that shit at. So I was like, damn.
And when he went looking for Ludacris, I was like, that's crazy. This is just fucking wild.
But even then, like the Ludacris scene and the Jamie Foxx scene. The Jamie Foxx scene, it looked like Jamie Foxx wasn't taking it serious.
Yeah.
Like on some like, I'm Jamie Foxx, and like, all right, who's this rapper that's like
the Jamie Foxx show was out by that time.
Oh
too,
yeah,
right?
Jamie Foxx was Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, he was definitely
he was Jamie Foxx, like prime. But it was one of those things. It was like I could feel the way it looked on screen was like, yo, who's this nigga with this weird talking voice rapping to me right now? Like,
I felt that more from the Ludacris scene.
And the Ludacris part was like, all right, bro,
he didn't want to be found.
Like
for
I'm
real.
chilling, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get this shit done, but I'm chilling, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
It's also because I remember when I first heard the album, I was like, oh, Breathe In, Breathe Out with Ludacris. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see what he's gonna spit on this bitch. And then I heard him just do the hook, and I was like, damn, he ain't drop a verse. But now it makes sense to why a verse.
Yeah, you know what? Because it would have
like,
been a good verse for him to do on there.
But it's one of those things. It's kind of like, it's like people will, and that's the one. I want to say. I want to say this to other artists, right? Because I feel like I've experienced that where like people will kind of like, they will halfway fuck with you because they know that you're dope, or
they're just keeping that line of communication.
Keeping that line open just in case if you do pop.
Oh yeah, I know him.
Yeah, and then when the awards come later, or when the when you own later, it's kind of like oh yeah, man, I've always been fucking with dude. Like I told you, boy. You know what I mean? Like I seen a clip with Jamie Foxx with Kanye recently, like today or yesterday.
Yeah, that's. And
he was like, "Hey, I told you, boy. Look where we at now."
But you could see Jay-Z and Pharrell actually really fucked with him.
You say what?
I think Jay-Z and Pharrell actually fucked with him.
I don't think so.
Damn.
Don't think so. I think
about that, the bounce.
I think Pharrell fucked with Kanye. I think he fucked with him. I think he fucked with him more so because he was a producer. Right?
Yeah.
And Pharrell's a producer who was also kind of getting his artist shit off, because you got to think around that time, it was like maybe 3 or 4 years later, he was getting off the In My Mind shit, right? That's like 05, 06 maybe. So Pharrell comes from that same cloth of like, all right, producer, I'm out here, Okay. So I feel like he already respected Kanye with that. And as you said in the clip, it's like, oh, I'm surprised. Like, I know now, like, this is dope, right? Jay-Z, I don't think Jay-Z was ever really influenced. I think Jay-Z I don't think Jay-Z is really that like good at like spotting talent. Like I just don't think he's that good at it.
But he found Memphis Bleak.
Like anybody, like you got to think all the people that let's say the top three people that you would put under Jay-Z's like executive shit, right? Is Kanye, Cole, and Rihanna. Right?
Okay.
Cole literally was trying to get this nigga's attention, and it was just like, yo, beat it. You know what I mean? Like he said he waited outside this nigga to give him a beat CD and this, that, and third. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's not like I don't think Jay-Z is a good talent finder. He doesn't have.
The only thing I got on the other side of the coin, which I totally agree with you, but on the other side of the coin, how many people are doing that to Jigga a day?
That's true, but I'm just I get that, but I'm saying that like Jay-Z will create opportunities for you, right? That's what he does. He knows how to create opportunities for you to get you to where like, all right, you can become successful financially. I just don't think he's good. He has a great eye for talent.
Okay.
I don't think he got time to sift through the bullshit.
Exactly, but I just think that he doesn't even allow the time because I don't think he's good at it. Like, how many of them Rockefeller niggas really like sustain outside of Rockefeller? You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I don't know what the hell we have.
I think Dame has a better eye for talent, but even then, I just think Dame just knows how to like
Dame
make
just
something
be
out of
in the-
nothing.
Yeah, he be in the mud to me though. Like he be
Right.
out there like trying to see what's good, touching the
Dame-
streets and trying to see
yeah.
what's up. I don't see Jigga doing that. You know,
Dame just know how to make something out of nothing. You know what I mean? Like I contribute what Currency is to like Dame and Wayne.
Yeah,
I feel like Currency got the work ethic from Wayne, but I feel like he molded his shit business wise with this whole shit after working with Dame under that Blue Rock
he
shit.
was able to go up there and like fuck with Ski Beats and Raekwon and shit. Like,
Yeah.
that was like almost a cosign you needed from an up north nigga. To
Yeah.
like holla at them. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, even though the situation did what it did,
But if you Dame, if you Jay-Z, how do you guys feel watching part 2? How do you think they feel?
I mean, it was what it was. I didn't see anything. It didn't look to be doctored up to make them look away.
You don't think
or
so?
whatever.
That shit made him look like nigga. Y'all niggas played me, bro.
It does look like
I
he was
mean, but that's
getting
what they
played.
did. So if that's what y'all did,
Now
like,
Dame was on a podcast this week and he was talking about how he said Kanye, this doc is basically showing you that what Kanye is basically saying that like y'all fronted on me, so now I'm a free man, meaning I fund my own shit. I don't have nobody. I'm not working for nobody. Nobody funds me. I fund my own things, and I do what I want, and I can say what I want. And now y'all have to either work with me or work for me. He says no matter what I say, I can speak my mind how I want because now y'all have to write about it because it makes y'all money when y'all write about me. He also was like, all the people that fronted on him or ignored him, they work for him now, and you got to take it.
I mean, that's
true.
You just got to deal with the shit. And he just like, no matter who it is, he
It
said
seemed
himself
like-
included.
It looked like everybody was trying to play Kanye. Like watching the doc, I was like, damn, like
That's what I'm
nobody
saying.
really.
Even in part 1, I felt like Scarface was like, I ain't getting on this fucking
Who
song.
was the nigga? Petty P, something. He had like white and red on, and he was talking about he was just trying to get straight back to his beats on the second part. They was like in a hall, and he was talking about Through the Wall.
Oh, she's talking about your boy, the Rockefeller artist, right?
Yeah.
The dude that he was finna go to, remember he was going to LA to go produce for him. Light skinned cat.
correct?
Petey Crack.
Yes.
Petey Crack. Because remember, that was their guy. That was going to be like the next guy.
Yo, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Petey was that. He
Yeah,
was
Petey.
that.
Oh, Petey was nice now.
Yeah, Petey was that.
But it was like, remember he said that he had to get back into like producing for others because he wasn't a priority. So he went back into producing for others. Like he produced for Nappy Roots, he was going to produce for Petey Crack album. When he got in an accident, he kind of even felt more ignored because they just kind of like, oh, this nigga done got an accident.
He ain't even worth it.
It's true. Like that life situations happen and you gotta navigate that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you get sick, you get fucked up or whatever, it'll throw your trajectory off. You gotta see how to like model that shit back. Like nobody gonna sit around and wait on you. You know what I'm saying? That's life.
But maybe that should change. Maybe when it comes to a label executive, they should not just like, cause that's like on some livestock shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
'cause
these
it's
are
a business. It's still a music business.
yeah,
And
it's a music business,
think
but you're
about
dealing with people.
Universal is still over whatever Rockefeller was. Like,
Right.
They still have to work for them. They still have to put out numbers and units for them. So it's not like these niggas own the label. It's not. Yeah, y'all own the label, but y'all still have to report to Universal.
So do you think this doc, right? Do you think moving forward this is going to change how some labels, or even not even that big as a Rockefeller.
No.
Do you don't think it's
They
going to change
still
that
gonna be-
behavior?
They still gonna be giving jit niggas 360s.
Well, yeah, they're gonna still jip, but I'm saying, do you think they're gonna treat artists that that are as brave or outspoken and talented, or somewhat talented as a Kanye West? Like, do you think I saw like a fan made thing on YouTube where they was comparing. It's called The Son of Kanye, where they was comparing Donald Glover or Childish Gambino to Kanye, and how like in 2013 he was doing a lot of things what Kanye was doing, and Childish Gambino was talking about why he thinks he calls himself the son of Kanye, and why he feels like he can do more than what Kanye can do because the way the society treats and looks at Kanye. He was saying that like they see him as an aggressive black man that's trying to get into these ventures and stuff like that, but they don't look at him that way. They don't look at Childish Gambino that way, and that's why
That's very true.
he's able to do so
Nigga
much.
was on Parks and Rec.
Star Wars,
Yeah.
Atlanta,
Yeah.
Lion King.
I don't think Atlanta's a part of the thing that whites look at. Like, oh, this is great. Like that's that.
Bro, he
Parks and Rec.
got a fucking Emmy for that shit.
I feel you.
You feel what I'm saying? Like he's won awards. Like he's won awards. He got an Emmy. Star Wars. He was in Lion King
He
as
was
like a
in
main
Spider-Man.
character.
But it's if you asking like why he's not gonna do that or why he's not gonna be looked at that way, Parks and Rec, stand up comedy. He did shit for the white people to feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Probably not on purpose, but they just like, oh, they fuck with it.
Right.
But George Bush don't like black people did not make them whites feel comfortable. And I think that's why they look at him like that. But those are two different.
But then you got when he came through the Grammys and swept with "This Is America." You know what I'm saying?
At that point, America's already changing to
Okay.
me. So
Okay.
they're like, oh, we have to like kind of shine a light on these issues because but so many times you could be like, shit
Right.
really ain't fucked up out here.
Right.
And things are getting more diverse in these boardrooms, I assume. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing I think. But
Okay.
back then, if you think about back then to now, we see more stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? We didn't know a lot of this shit was going on until social media started showing us how fucked up shit was. So we started reading shit on Twitter.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So, but to me, Donald Glover and Kanye kind of like, I can see exactly what you're saying. I agree.
Right.
They are way more comfortable with him, but it's just the way they went about their artistry to me was just different.
And also the nature of the business, from what I've seen documented, has changed. Like before, you had to like they would sign you based off of like a potential or whatever, right? And then you had to prove yourself, as he showed, prove yourself before they would even go and open up the budget to move forward on
Yeah.
any album release or tour or whatever, right? Now it's like completely different. Like you gotta have. I mean, you gotta do that, but they're not signing you beforehand.
You got to be proven already.
Hell
You gotta
yeah.
have this many followers on SoundCloud, this many followers on YouTube. Your fucking Spotify got to be popping with a certain amount
Whole
of listeners a month.
resume.
You know
Whole
what I'm saying?
ass resume.
So
I don't know,
shit
man.
different. You know what I'm saying? It's very different now.
I do feel like there's a shift happening in
I feel like there's less
Music.
gatekeepers too.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I like about now is
Right.
there's less people gatekeeping.
Right.
But since there are less people gatekeeping, there's a lot of bullshit that gets through.
along with less people gatekeeping, the hype or the power of platforms is also kind of going away.
What
Like
you mean by that?
XXL, like no one
Oh,
cares about
yeah.
that shit no
Oh
more.
yeah.
I seen them post a freshman class, and someone was like, "We don't care anymore."
Yeah, that shit because it's not even good. It's not even like
It's not.
what it used to be. Used to be we didn't know half the people, and you was ahead of the curve. XXL was ahead of the curve before us.
Yes, and that was exciting.
Now
That was-
we're ahead of them. We already know the motherfuckers.
There's so many platforms you could discover people on.
It's like, bro, y'all are behind. Like, it's kind of like a love hate type of vibe for me, because it's like I miss the reporting or the documentation of hip hop through these platforms for new artists. But now it's kind of like the artist got to take documentation in their own hands now.
Yep, create
Which
their own
they
YouTube
can,
channel.
and they can upload it themselves, and that shit is cool. Like,
Yeah, but it's
I ain't
like-
mad. It's just there's so much now.
Yeah,
There's
so
many
it was
artists
good
now.
to go to a main platform and find all that information.
Yeah.
It was cool to look at, like when MTV used to do Behind the Music. I loved MTV. It was a shit.
Yeah, I never stopped liking MTV. They just stopped doing music shit.
Yeah.
they ain't
The
even
only music they
television.
have is what? Do they still even play like music videos like 4 in the
I
morning?
think
or
they
some
do
shit?
still play music videos.
They have
in
like
the morning.
MTV2 plays more.
Yeah,
more
it's
shit.
MTV too
Oh,
mostly.
But you know that used to be it. Like I feel like they're less with the music. The only thing that's music now is the award shows they do. MTV Video Music Awards. That's the
Yeah.
only thing I know that MTV really
It's
does.
mostly reality shows, and rappers be having reality shows.
on ridiculousness. That has nothing to do with music at all.
Don't they got another one with
Exception on West
food
Coast.
deliciousness is next? Like I can't deal with the real.
Deliciousness?
They got one called deliciousness.
But I think
About food?
Yes.
there's a shift. There's a shift. I think in music now where it's kind of like where it was between 2000.
Like the getting out of the blog era type.
2008.
2008, 2010. Yeah.
Remember, it was like very, like between 05 to 08, it was like Southern. It was like Southern to the Snap era, right?
Yeah, Southern Snap rapping. Yep.
And then we started seeing trap. Like it was Southern. Like Outkast wasn't trap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was if trap was like just T.I. and maybe like
Cheesy.
Jeezy, you know what I mean, and maybe
Yeah,
Gucci.
Gucci Mane,
But
yeah.
then Snap era took over like crazy. Soldier Boy, all that other shit, right?
And then Lil Wayne came out the South rapping like a nigga from the North, and they was like, oh shit.
Then you had like, but trap really started to like really come into play around like 2010. But we also had like the new era of superstars with Drake in 09, J. Cole,
Wale, Sean.
yeah,
Kendrick.
all these people. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that shift is happening again. And I don't know if they're superstars, but a shift is happening to where like a lot of the clout rappers, the little whatevers, ain't really you don't really hear about these motherfuckers like that no more.
That's true.
You don't really hear about them at all. It's like even the tabloid shit is not even like reaching anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's happening, but I don't know. It's weird.
J. Cole did say 1985. All
Right.
That song is very true right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like whatever's happening, this shit is just falling into Kendrick's hand. Like he can do it. It's happening, bro.
That's where we going with this?
That's so funny.
This was all
Because
He
he's
gonna
the-
come through and shut this shit
Kendrick
down.
Lamar.
He go.
I want to just say Kendrick, but like Pusha T and Jay-Z, like Pusha T,
Oh, yeah.
Jay-Z, like all the people that can make classic bodies of work, it's falling into their hands. Like Andre 3000 can probably, like, let's say if he wanted to like drop an album, right?
Andre dropped something right
this
now.
this would be the perfect fucking time
It would be.
because you're gonna
I see what you're saying, but that when you said it's falling in the Kendrick, that was funny.
Kendrick still got an album to drop too.
That's what I'm saying. It's like what the fuck is going on? But
But no, you're right, and I can't tell you how much I'm anticipating this Push album.
Me
Especially
too.
with how he's talking about it. He go, oh yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
He goes, I don't make just music. I make masterpieces, and I'm trying to make this a masterpiece again. Like I'm intentionally do that. He goes, it's no filler. It's all slaps, and I'm just like,
I wonder who gonna have
That's what
album
I
of the
wanna hear.
year with Kendrick supposed to come out, Pusha T coming out.
where are we at with album? I know last year we kind of
We knew. We was going.
We was like Tyler, IDK.
Yeah.
We knew as shit was coming out. You know what I'm saying? It's
Damn.
still kind of early, but
Like we in
it's been
February.
2 months. It's been 2 months.
I would definitely put Earth Gang album up there.
of course
Just
I can't
just
say
so you
anything because
guys
I ain't
know.
listened to it yet.
Ghetto
Jeez.
Gods is up
It ain't been a
there.
whole
Ghetto Gods
72
is
hours.
up there.
Even the whole 72
Ghetto
fucking
Gods
albums.
is definitely up there.
I think last year early in the year we was talking about.
She gonna
Vince.
forget about this album 3 months from now.
Hell
We
no.
was talking about Vince, IDK, Tyler, and we knew Zay's shit was gonna be hard. So we was like, by like 6 months in, we was talking about 4 albums.
That's true.
We ain't talking about any albums yet.
Not
Which kind of co-signs what you just said.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody really dropping bodies of work that
I don't even remember
masterful.
shit that dropped in January for real.
I can't think of anything for real either.
I mean, Continuous was great, but it ain't a
Continuous.
It wasn't a Grammy
But that came out
award-winning
this month,
album.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Like,
but that's not like body of work. That's like Alchemist beats and Currency raps.
yeah,
It
yeah.
ain't like
I really thought Drake was gonna show up on Donda 2 during the listening thing
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
because I
Since
was
they
like,
cool now?
because they showed that him and Jay-Z was cool. We didn't know him and Jay-Z was cool until Jail was premiered. And oh shit, he got Hove back on the album, right? And Jay-Z told me something. This might be the return of the throne. So that that would have been a perfect opportunity to be like Drake back. Him and Drake on a song again.
I definitely didn't expect to see the baby there. Or Marilyn Manson. I know Pat was pissed all over again.
I just know that like it was a disaster, man.
Yeah, it was bad. Visually, it was cool.
Yeah, it was
Like
cool.
visually, it was cool. Everybody had on the fucking big rain boots that Kanye be wearing because it was all water. The house was there again. So visually, it was great. Even like for it to be streamed, that shit was looking crisp on the
Niggas was in that shit just so they can get them Balenciaga boots, man.
Niggas shit was looking crisp on the nigga phone, but now I was hearing that audio. I was like, oh, my shit fucked up. I fucking refreshed the page, and I was like, oh, nah.
Yes, sir.
So, but visually, everything was great. It was visually appealing, but it's just that audio fucked it up, man.
Yeah,
So, I guess Rolling Loud's never doing another Kanye.
that's crazy. We don't know what's album of the year yet.
No.
I mean, it ain't even March.
I mean, but nothing in the
It's
first
about to
quarter is
be.
dropped yet.
Not that great.
That's like
Yeah,
Except
that's-
Ghetto
yeah.
Gods.
Well, according to Jazz, yeah,
Ghetto Gods is good as fuck. I don't know. Y'all just gotta listen to it. I love
Jazz.
Ghetto Gods. It's definitely winning the
What you
first
got
quarter
against
for
everything,
me.
man? Dreamville, baby.
It is Dreamville.
alright,
I am anticipating though Smino's and Jid's album. Those might be up
Oh, yeah,
there.
yeah.
Jid for sure.
I'm waiting for Jiz's album.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I think it's because those albums hit us by surprise last year too. Like we knew IDK was cool, but we didn't know he was gonna drop
Oh, yeah.
that.
That
We knew
Peloton.
Vince Staples was like nice, but we didn't know he was gonna drop that. So I think it's because those took us by surprise.
Mm-hmm.
We're anticipating stuff now, but anybody who's dropped something that we kind of know about, we're like, oh, that was cool. And
Yeah.
nothing really took us by surprise.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
This nigga is disappointed.
I
Ain't
just-
nothing grabbed my attention yet.
I'm not. I mean, I ain't tripping. I know it's still a long year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just crazy that nobody took advantage of the first quarter yet.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
is
Pusha T say he dropping first quarter.
Yeah.
It's still March, so we'll see what happens in March, man.
March Madness.
We'll see what happens in March. I mean, some people are still on second parts of their tours from their first albums from last year. So I doubt anybody from last year is gonna drop anything that's crazy this year. I mean, Drake could. Drake always could be due for an album that we just, he always working on music, but
Yeah.
It better be good.
I'm over waiting for him to drop like,
Yeah.
that album.
Yeah.
I'm over that shit.
That Certified Lover Boy shit, I'm
Yeah.
never like excited for another Drake album like that.
Yeah.
Because that album was not what I expected it to be. If he drops, cool. If the music is good, great. But I'm not gonna be like, damn, I'm waiting on that Drake. Nah, that's dead.
Yeah, I'm over that. Damn, man. You got anything else?
That boy's depressed.
I'm ready to fucking stop pod now.
Oh wow. The one that talks the most is ready to stop.
You've been fucking talking a lot
We ain't
lately.
got no fucking good music out here. Niggas ain't working. I can't jam no shit on my JBL speaker for weeks on end.
Hey, man.
Episode 79. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
See you later.
thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please follow us on social media, on Instagram, Twitter, at beatsnchill, BEATSNCHILL. 813 on Instagram, without the 813 on Twitter. Also like us on Facebook. Subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. And also follow us separately too, man. We be posting our own shit. Raul be posting some shit about sneakers with I Like Your Shoes, talking with G.
Yeah.
Jazz, what the fuck you be posting? I'm just
Yeah, no. I be posting people randomly. You just gotta go on my page to find out.
Hey man, you know, appreciate you guys for tuning in once again. And yeah, if you guys, you know, if you guys feel like there's an album of the year already in the first quarter, let us know. Tag us, whatever. You know what I mean?
If there's something we ain't heard.
Yeah, we'll check it out. You know what I mean? But until next time, man, we out.
Bye.
Peace.